Заходим, заходим!
So the counterattack's in full swing now. Hey, so today we're going to be watching a video. It's titled Counterattack of the 3rd Brigade. It's an assault and capture of a location, and it's close combat, okay? So it's going to be a good video to break down today, guys. If you haven't been to this channel before, my name's Ryan. I'm a former Royal Marines Commando. And yeah, I like to break down combat footage and give a little bit of an educational twist on things. I don't want to just sit there and watch something and go, ooh, look at this. I like to kind of give my feedback on what's actually going on the ground to give those who may or may not have served a little bit more of an understanding, because this kind of stuff can be confusing, all right? When I used to watch this type of stuff before I served in the military, I had an opinion of certain things. Why are they doing this? Why is he not doing that? And then when I joined the military, specifically, you know, a specialized infantry, amphibious infantry group in the Royal Marines Commandos, it did give me a lot of understanding of actually what's happening in war in situations like this. So this is for educational purposes, troops. Enjoy. Let's get this back to the beginning. Original link will be in the description. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, troops.
Давай, давай. Заходим, заходим!
Okay, so they're straight into it. They've came via some form of armored vehicle. I don't know if that's a BTR or something. Again, it's an armored vehicle to protect them en route into wherever they're going. They can get in nice and quick, nice and fast. This is conducted during the daytime. It doesn't look like a dawn or night attack, according to the footage. And yeah, that actually says a lot about what type of assault this is. They need to be in quick and fast because guess what? The enemy probably know they're there. They can hear the vehicles and it's daytime, okay? Right. Friendly's annotated with green, like green patches, green tape. So it looks as if it's some form of potentially a trench system. These trench systems normally were formed in like little wood blocks, little wood copses and blocks and like forage lines and stuff like that, just to prevent them from being seen. Obviously, you've got drones and stuff playing a major part in this war, so it's relatively easy to be spotted these days.
Кто гранату ебанул? Не мы! Не мы? Блядь! Ёбаный твой рот, сука! Засовывайся нахуй, мразь!
Okay, so you can see GoPro footage. They're fighting within 20-30 meters potentially of the enemy or the combatants, and the smoke that's being kicked up around them is obviously off the enemy firing back at them. They're not just going to sit there and wait for stuff to happen. They're going to return fire themselves, which is dangerous. I think the guy actually who was shooting there, this guy, I think he actually got shot. So yeah, just goes to show, guys.
Что там, целый? Ты целый? Да. А, я ногой ранен. Братан, тресно.
Yeah, so taking cover.
Ты 300? Ховайся, блядь, укрытие зруби! Тихо. Там кто-то есть. Вау! Заебал. Я сейчас просто пойду там все распиздую. Штурман! В ногу, блядь, легкий!
So he's got a light wound to the leg. So he's still able to fight. That's the point here, I think. Yeah, he's going to carry on.
До места, до групи подойди, я тут крию цей сектор!
Very difficult to move in and around this land. You've got all the trees and stuff that's been damaged and snapped by artillery fire. Just shouting to push on.
Шинкуйте небо, блядь! Где-то сзади над нами. Сбив? На, блядь! Где нахуй? Куда, сука? Все целы! Yeah, dog!
Right, so what's going on here then? You can see just to the right of the team. I don't know numbers yet, but the amount of firing, I want to say there seems to be, at a minimum, 10 friendlies pushing into this part of the trench system anyway, possibly a lot more to the other parts of the trench system. But that trench system is merely feet away. You can see the smoke from the rounds that's been smashing the location and the rounds that's been exiting the location from the enemy. There's a lot happening here, guys. It seems like it's chaotic. It is chaotic, but it's organized chaos. These guys have deliberately went and moved forward to take on, basically, to take on the enemy, all right, and to take the trench system over. So it's very deliberate. Yes, chaos happens when the enemy starts firing back, but, you know, they're orchestrating themselves in a way where they're reacting to the enemy fire and they're pushing on forward. Time and pace is key with this. Why pace? Well, think about it logically. If you're shooting on any position, they're fixed in that position. If you dawdle and you take your time and you're shooting the odd few rounds, they're going to be able to find out where you are pretty quickly, okay? And then they can start getting accurate fire on that position, taking you guys out, stopping the attack in its tracks. So it's important that you keep momentum. And when you're getting the heads down, fire support groups, you know, getting the rounds down, the guys need to be moving pretty quick into position to storm those trenches. So organize chaos, yes. You see the grenades are getting prepared. That's going to keep their heads down. And then the guys should move pretty quickly now. Yeah, they shouldn't be wasting any time now.
Не знаю. Что-то уебало в руку. Давай! Я чувствую кровь хуярить по спине.
Yeah, so he is injured still, and he's been continuing the fight. All right, for reference, he's made contact into the trench system now. Okay, aerial footage. So as you can see, yeah, this trench system you can see in the fields all around. All of those craters and stuff are not natural. All right, they are part of the battlefield. You know, the artillery, the mortar strikes, yada yada yada, smashing. Absolutely smashing that position. Why that position though? Well, obviously they've had intelligence to suggest that there's trench systems within that little wood copse there. It's right adjacent to a main road, so potentially when vehicles are coming to and from, they can spring some form of ambush. You know, that's why these positions are put in place in the first place. So before, and this is, I'd imagine how it happened, before they actually went into situ to patrol and assault these positions, my guess is the target was softened up via possibly artillery, probably mortars, definitely drones, okay? They'll have went in, softened the targets up first, definitely getting drones in place to do a reconnaissance of it. So, yeah, and then you send the guys in last. That's normally how it works. Doesn't always work that way. It's not ideal if it isn't working that way, but ideally you want to be able to soften the position up first and then put your guys in, all right?
Похуй.
Heavy machine gun.
Я ебу. Да. Там пека.
So someone's got a PK, so a heavy machine gun.
Це наш кулеметник заявив. А, лівий фланг, робота, кулемет.
Whoa, right. Whoa. Okay. I don't know if that's friendly strikes or if that's deliberate strikes from the Russians. Hard to make out at this moment in time. That's too close for a blue, for a friendly team. I would suggest that that's possibly the enemy firing back on their positions. Might be wrong, guys. We'll find out, I guess.
Все целы! А? До мене, до мене, до мене, до мене, до мене. Давай, давай, при. Граната! Крейт, стой! Вітер там!
там!
Right, so the opposition are actually firing grenades back at them in their position, so they know where they are. That's where the momentum and the pace is key on this one. They need to start moving.
Заебал нахуй, заткни ебало, блядь. Класс, блядь. Контрольный спуск, нахуй. Кройте, блядь, пока я буду тут хуйней маяться. Где их? Давай, падай там, зараз до тебе піде. Зараз до тебе піде. Заломили їх? Да. Може є магазини на... Подожди. На, тобі АК-12, нахуй. Хто там хотів?
Okay, so they're taking the equipment, I believe, of the enemy here, so they've got plenty of ammunition and stuff. Obviously, it's blurred out. This is an educational video. You get why I'm saying that, okay? So, context, you know, you are passing munitions and stuff like that. People think that resupply is just going to happen automatically. Hey, we need some ammo. Can you send it down? Yeah, ideally, that would be nice, but reality is it's probably not going to happen. Not in this case anyway. So, they're going to be taking weapons, magazines from, you know, the deceased. And if you were in the battle and you were running out of magazines and, you know, ammunition, you'd do the same, wouldn't you? So something that you may not think of, you might just think you have an unlimited supply of this stuff. Yeah, it's not a case, okay?
Сука, нахуй, ти шо, гандон? Та ще живий сучара був.
Живий, каже, був! Живий був!
Я держу.
Right, what have we got here? I don't know if those are the friendlies. I think these are the friendlies that you can see in the screen. Firing down into... Yeah, that's the friendly guys.
Детройт, я мутний, викурюємо їх.
Сейчас РПГ в'їбем туди.
РПГ, да?
Плюс.
Aerial footage of the...
Сюда, блядь! Сюда,
There's the Greens moving in.
Бігом нахуй упав, блядь!
Prisoners of war, it looks like.
Упав нахуй!
У нас оружия нет.
У вас оружия нет? Вы потом ебашили нахуй.
Там вот у них кто стрелился.
Назад руки, блядь! Руки на...
Кто застрелился?
Я говорю, давайте выйдем нахуй. Старшему сказал, блядь, он говорит, нас не выпустят. Я говорю, есть шанс, что выпустят. Мы, говорю, мы же не хотели воевать, блядь.
Детройт, я мутний, я можу все розказати. Братан, медик, да?
So it looks as if we possibly have a surrender on the position. Might be wrong though. You never know what's going on. These guys are still, you know, the prisoners of war at this moment in time, but their friends aren't. They're probably going to want to fight still.
Замотай, пожалуйста. Блядь, він хоч і підар, але мені його трошки жалко. Нахуй. Замотай. Подивись, що у нього. Сука, ми пацани, ми, сука, блядь, не звірі, нахуй, понимаєш? Ми не звірі, блядь.
Знаю.
Мотани його, пожалуйста, мотани. Вон у нього аптечка у нього є, мотани його, нахуй.
Ми похуй за...
Вас тупо на мясо кидають, пацани. Ви понимаете, що вас на мясо кидають? Все.
Right, I don't know where this position is. In a bunker somewhere, but I don't see how
Я Томич. Починаємо рух
this
до
relates to the
тебе.
trenches that we're in.
Плюс, друже. Прикрий, якщо можеш чимось. Йобані марки.
Alright, okay. This is a completely different operation, it seems. They're out of the trench systems now. They're into some form of, you know, small area, housing area of some sort.
Живий! От йому перед їбалом вона точно впала.
Що підери йдуть по головній дорозі, хай зустрічають, будуть готові зустрічати контакт.
Some form of patrol down an MSR, main supply route, main road. As a rule of thumb, guys, this is not how you'd patrol, all right, in a area that's deemed unsafe. We would always be patrolling. So, for instance, you've got that wood block to the left and to the right. You'd at least be, you know, in there, getting down that main road. Why? Out the way of aerial view, out the way of sight, out of mind, okay? It's not really the done thing, patrolling down a road system. So, you're an easy target, all right? If you think about it logically, how easy is it for us to see them in this photo here? If those guys were 6 foot to the left, literally hugging that wood block, you wouldn't be able to see them. So, yeah, just a little bit of information on what I would do or what I would be pushing the lads to be doing.
Пацани, перекривайте друг друга.
So they're making a little bit of noise moving about. It looks like that house has potentially got enemy combatants in there. So how do you tackle this one? Me looking at this now, the house is pretty run down. Couple of gaps opening up there. I would have definitely a heavy machine gun pointing towards the obvious places, the windows, the doors, and I'll be getting that grenaded, all right? 100%. Fragging the hell out of it.
Є хто в домі, сука?
Слева від себе зачисти, я не бачу.
Looks like it's empty.
Є. Чисто.
Задача. Зараз ми чистимо той напроти будинок.
Ото, да?
Right, so we got another house here completely smashed to bits. They're clearing it. Only a two-man team, it looks like, clearing these buildings. But they have got support via aerial footage, which is good. Relaying information to them on the ground live.
Ото, да.
Прильот був, блядь, негазірований. Окей.
Pushing into the house now.
Граната.
Okay, grenade off. Why? They can't clear it effectively. They want to just be safe. Bang a few grenades in there. Exactly what I would be doing, guys, like I said.
Блять, воно розрядилося, а движуха саме починається.
Дивлюся, штани не крові, нахуй, їбать. Вся штанина вже крові, нахуй.
Блять, знімаємо, ну, ми скучно роз'їжджаємо магазин.
Два сюди, один тил.
Рація підерська. Якась заряджена є, щоб ми слухали їх. Візьмемо одну, потім прослухаємо.
Okay, so what you've seen there is a radio being dropped. Now, what would happen, should happen, could happen is, if for whatever reason you need to leave a bit of kit like that, you better put a couple of rounds in that, all right, to stop it from working, because the consequences of leaving that behind can mean that you were given valuable intelligence away forever, for as long as that's working, or until you change the code, the sequence, the radio channel, whatever. But it's pretty much a done deal now that that intelligence will be had of them. All right, that radio's been compromised. It's in, you know, the opposition's hands. So when it comes to things like that, if you have to leave it, and I can't understand why you would leave it, get a couple of rounds in there. All right, break the bloody thing.
Если у вас там есть друзья,
Блять,
медленно,
хто вміє на русскому?
мне придется вас связать. Окей? Давай.
Okay, we got again prisoners of war again. They've surrendered by the looks of it.
Руки. Да. Сильно, не сильно? Не сильно пережал? Ну ми ще не закінчили.
Пацани, що безжали, ми тільки що уїбали своїм дроном 2 підерських мавіка.
Смачно, смачно.
Okay, so this area is getting smashed now. Artillery, potentially. Armored vehicles. Gonna be getting these guys out of that situation possibly now.
Залишайтесь в укритті, коли буде тихіше, повернетесь. Ви молодці. Є мандоха погрожені, правильно?
Плюс і уїхали.
And that's all she wrote. They're up now. The area is getting bombarded with artillery by the looks of it.
Воюємо далі. Наші 2 хатки осталися. Всім до побачення. Цілую, люблю.
Блядь, ну красиво, піздець. Саме мені обідно, що в цьому всьому, що таку красу, блядь, я тільки побачив на війні. Ну, а хто сидить вдома, хуй ви коли таке більше і побачите.
Beautiful place, he said.
Зверніть, будь ласка, свою увагу направо, не роз...
Right, okay, guys. So, counterattack of the 3rd Brigade, assault and capture in close combat. That was some good footage there. I like the fact that these videos have blurred out a lot of the stuff that we shouldn't be saying really on these platforms, and I know some people may disagree with that, but it does help out a lot when it comes to just giving an educational breakdown on this from a military perspective, guys, okay? Without seeing all that gory crap. We don't need any of that. So I'll say again, for the YouTube gods, hope you enjoyed this education of what was going on in that video. The original video will be in the description, guys. Please let me know what you think. Would you have done anything differently? Do you agree with what I say? Or have you disagreed with anything? Let me know in the comments, troops. Other than that, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video.